4K month to 10K month to 10K week. How did I end up making 10K in a week when it's generally what I make in a month? In today's video, I want to share with you what happened, what I did differently to make such a big jump. And I hope you find it helpful. I hope you don't find it too woohoo. There's a little bit of manifestation, visualization involved, but it's also backed up with a lot of strategy and, well, let's see. Hey, I'm Chris, director of KVM Interior Design, an outsourcing firm for interior designers. You know how you start a business to have more freedom and more time with your family, but then you end up glued to your phone worrying about deadlines? Well, the KVM team is committed to supporting interior designers with their workload so that we help them with tasks that sit outside their zone of genius so they can focus on what matters most to them, whether it's working on the business rather than in it, or have more free time to feel more joy and inspiration. We help them grow their business without the cost and hassle of having full-time employees. Let's back to the topic for today. I hope you like this video. If you do, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. We have a lot of tips about how to start a business, how to grow your interior design business, how to delegate the 4K to 10K month. How did that happen? I'm not going to go into too much detail about this because I've talked about it in other videos, so you can refer back to my channel and watch the other videos. But obviously there was a lot of strategy that went behind the jump between 4 to 10K. When I was making 4K, I was almost doing everything by myself. I was feeling burned out. I was doing tasks that were not inside my zone of genius. I would do them, but it would take me a long time and it wasn't necessarily done as good as it could be. So when I started making more money, it's because I set up a 3-month strategy with my finance mentor where we looked at setting up good processes, understanding my step-by-step of everything that I was doing and everything that my designer was doing. At the time, I only had one designer. And just creating SOPs and making sure that my step-by-step was always the same for every client. So setting up the SOPs, it was, yes, to make me more efficient, but it was also to prepare my business to delegate. So hiring employees or freelancers to help me with my workload, because the goal was to step into a CEO. So understanding that it wasn't my role as a business owner to do everything in my business and start delegating little by little everything that I was doing. So I had more free time to focus on strategy, on nurturing my clients, and all of the tasks that a business owner should be doing on a regular basis. So after setting up my SOPs and having clear processes, I started thinking about who I needed to hire to alleviate the workload for myself. And then on month 3, it was all about training the people that I hired. Okay, so this is what took me from 4K to 10K, was basically stepping into a CEO. So changing my mindset around money and scarcity and abundance and understanding that I'm not supposed to do everything. And then I started delegating. I had clear processes, which made everybody super efficient. And this took us to 10K. So what happened in December 2022? That took me to making 10K in a week instead of a month. This is actually a funny story. So at the beginning of December, I started an hypnosis challenge with a manifestation coach, and it was all about visualizing your goal. So we had a special date in December, 12/22/22. So it was about manifesting or visualizing a goal, something that you really wanted to achieve by the 22nd of December of 22. And for me, I kind of played with numbers. I said that I wanted to make $22,222 by the 22nd of the 12th of 22. I met up with my finance strategist and we actually had a big laugh because I was like, okay, it's now, I've been doing this hypnosis challenge for the past 2 weeks. I only have 1 week left and I've made, not even half. And so we kind of brainstormed ideas about how I could create this money. And something very interesting happened. So I don't know, maybe you don't believe in manifestation. When you visualize, you're basically seeing clearly what it is that you want. And I think most people, when they talk about goal setting, they're not very clear about what it is that they want. They just say, I want to lose weight, I want to make more money. But what is more money? Why do you want this money? So it's manifestation is basically about being super clear about what you want. And by visualizing what it is that you want, you're going to get excited, you're going to try to find ways to make more money, so you're going to be more action oriented about it. I love manifestation just because I get super excited about what I want, and it helps me create a strategy to get me there. I took it, in my meeting with my finance mentor, we just had a good laugh, went over a few ideas that we had about how we could create that amount of money in that amount of time, and seeing, okay, that number, it could be that you sell this type of services to 5-10 people. So it was about understanding the numbers and what they meant. Because then once you're clear about what it is that you need to sell so that you can make the amount of money that you want, it's so much easier, right? Because you're extra clear about what you need to focus on. My energy was very good. I wasn't in scarcity mode, I was in abundance mode, and I was just full on creating content specifically for the type of offers that I wanted to sell. Talking to my clients directly about the offers and why I thought they needed them at the time, because when you go in it with the intention of helping people, genuinely you care about helping people, it can never go wrong, because people see that you are genuine, that you want to help them, and you're going to be able to build trust. I also stepped up, as an authority in my field, and I just had fun creating content. So I created lots of content to talk about the offers that I wanted to sell, did a lot of emails. Email marketing is really good because it's already people that follow you, they know what you sell. So you kind of create a close relationship with them. And I did. I had great energy. I was not stressed about the amount. I didn't go into it in a scarcity mode, but just as a way to have fun and help people. And what ended up happening? Wow, I didn't actually manage to reach my $22,222 by the 22nd of December. I went back to her on the 22nd of December. We had our weekly meeting, and I told her, oh, I didn't make the 22K. And she said, but Chris, you didn't make the 22K, but you made over 10K in a week. And 10K is your monthly goal, the goal that it should be a minimum, right? Minimum 10K. And you made that in less than a week. So when I analyzed, and we actually talked about it quite in detail, we noticed that having a clear plan, trying to help people, and having the right energy of just, it's a game, I'm having fun, and I just need to be doing what I enjoy, what makes it fun for me. So creating reels without the expectations of having X number of people watching the reel, but just making it because you're trying to help people and you just want to have fun. That is what was different about what I did. I actually think that if I had this energy more consistently, instead of, I need to make more, I need to create more money, but just trying to focus instead on what I'm trying to do and how I'm trying to help people, then it changes everything. So I wanted to do this video because the takeaways for me were quite interesting. And I think that if you are starting out or you've been in business for a few years, you're maybe stagnating, you don't understand why you're not growing more. It might be because your energy is off, you don't have a clear plan of what you're doing, and you're not growing because you're not stepping outside your zone of comfort. Remember that it's when it's uncomfortable that you're growing. So I do hope that this video was interesting for you, and if you have questions about manifestation or what the challenge that I did was, write it in the comment and I'll answer. I'll see you in the next video.